There you are. Now, Joni and I have this arrangement that I don't ask her to stand up and come up front. But same thing, on behalf of Peter, he has a gift for you there. And then on behalf of the choir, you are our voice. You give us the notes. Now, kind of in line with, we have our final gifts. I say gifts, multiple for Peter. Something colorful, something blue, something borrowed. I want to go to school on Jennifer's comments and put that together with what Ryan had to say from Ephesians. Peter's encouragement for us and our need for Thursday nights. The thing that brings it to my mind the most, the Wednesday men's group that John Lentz and Steve McCauley started years and years and years and years ago, is still meeting, and we just finished the book of Malachi. Now, I've been trying to learn over the last few years to read the Bible more as the literature story and catch the feelings that are going on, the expressions of the people throughout. And if you try this when you get home to read through Malachi, it takes about 10 minutes, 15 minutes. It's really, to me, a sign of God's heart talking to a people who have forgotten him, not totally forgotten him, but he has just become an occasional thing that we do, some rules that we have to follow, and the leadership just encourages people, you know, as long as you come to church, as long as you bring your sacrifice, this is okay, and just kind of a lackadaisical attitude. And to me, there's almost a sign of God perhaps crying a bit when the Bible talks about not grieving the Holy Spirit. And I'm thinking, okay, we have one God, so if we're grieving the Holy Spirit, we're grieving all of God. And there's this, he starts off by saying, I've loved you. And then his own rhetorical comment from the people, well, how have you loved us? You know, it's kind of like, what have you done for us lately? And as the story Malachi reports through, it's God's heart that his people are not fully engaging with him in a loving way, in a caring way, and worshiping him. And toward the end, when a few of them do, after having been reminded, God says, I'm going to remember that. I'm going to write that in a book and remember that. So to me, that just says that our worship is terribly important to God, and not as just a routine thing that we would do, but as the way you encourage us, Peter, on Thursday nights and Sunday mornings and whenever we gather together, to come from our heart to God. And it's not so much for our blessing, although we are, but we are blessing God. And we are showing him that, yes, we know you have loved us, you've loved us immensely, and in so many ways. So thank you for doing all that. And on behalf of the choir, I would like to give, Robin, where are you? Because this card says to the two of you, I'll give this to Robin. We're grateful to you, Robin. You come alongside us in addition to Peter and encourage us and call us to pay attention. You lead us in so many ways, so thanks to the two of you. And then, just like the political entity these days, higher sources. We have our higher sources, and it has come to our attention that there's a desire, that something you could have a need for, and we'd like you to open that now, if you would. On behalf of the choir, having understood the need, Wrapped by Mrs. Jones.
A Swiss Army knife.
How many functions?
7.
A 7-function Swiss Army knife. It's come to our attention that you could use this object. It's small, fits in your pocket. It's very handy for those emergency sessions. There is a knife blade there in case emergency surgery is necessary. There's a screwdriver. Now, in case you have a screw that comes loose, you can tighten it. Along with that, a nail file. If you've forgotten in your grooming to trim your nails, or that's available to you. Toothpick. When that pearly smile and you want a little piece of spinach is still in there, there's a toothpick you can get it out. A small pair of tweezers. Grooming sessions, hair probably grows some places now where you're not sure that it should be. You can take care of that there. There's a pair of scissors. The scissors are handy. You might have to open something. And then last of all is this cute little key ring so that you can carry this with you. Don't forget, this is the thing that most people leave with TSA on their way through the airport. So don't take it with you. So on behalf of the choir, thank you. Thanks for the leadership.